Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how two people can face the exact same situation but react completely differently? One person looks at an obstacle and sees it as insurmountable, a wall too high to climb, a problem too big to solve. Another person stares at that very same challenge and views it not as a roadblock, but as an opportunity to grow, to learn, to become stronger. Why is that? What makes their reactions so different when the circumstances are identical? The answer lies in the power of perspective. You see, our thoughts shape our reality. The Stoics, an ancient school of philosophers who lived centuries ago, understood this truth long before modern science began to confirm it. They taught that we don't control what happens to us. Life will always throw its share of challenges our way. But what we do control is how we interpret those events, how we choose to respond to them. And that choice, the stories we tell ourselves about the world around us, is what ultimately determines whether we thrive or struggle. Think of your mind as a garden. Just like any garden, it requires care and attention. If you nurture it with positive thoughts, gratitude, and clarity, it will flourish. Beautiful flowers of resilience, hope, and wisdom will bloom. But if you neglect it, if you allow weeds of negativity, self-doubt, and fear to take root, they'll spread quickly, choking out all possibility of growth. Your mindset becomes the soil from which your actions, emotions, and outcomes grow. So ask yourself, what kind of gardener are you being for your own mind? Here's my first piece of advice. Be mindful of your thoughts. When faced with difficulty, pause. Take a step back. Ask yourself, is this truly as bad as it seems? Or am I letting fear cloud my judgment? Often, the things we dread most exist only in our minds, amplified by worst-case scenarios we've imagined, not by reality itself. Fear has a way of distorting the truth, making mountains out of molehills and turning minor setbacks into catastrophic failures. But when you stop to question those automatic thoughts, when you challenge the narrative you're telling yourself, you begin to reclaim your power. Remember this. It's not the event itself that disturbs us. It's the story we tell ourselves about it. Imagine someone cuts you off in traffic. One person might react with anger, honking their horn and muttering under their breath, letting frustration ruin their day. Another person might think, maybe they're rushing to the hospital or dealing with an emergency. Same event, entirely different reaction. Which one feels better? Which one leaves room for peace instead of stress? This principle applies to every area of life. Whether it's a tough breakup, a missed promotion, or a global crisis, the way you frame the situation matters more than the situation itself. You can either let it define you, limit you, and hold you back, or you can use it as fuel to rise higher, to discover new strengths, to rewrite your story. So here's the takeaway. Train your mind to see challenges as opportunities. Cultivate awareness of your thoughts. Weed out the negativity before it takes hold. And above all, remember that no matter what happens outside of you, the real battle and the real victory takes place within.